Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Circle City. Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm doing pretty okay today myself, but I have to admit that I have had bamboo on the brain. So, as you know, in a previous episode, I set up this little tester bamboo farm, and I have decided that I am going to keep the bamboo farm, down here, as opposed to trying to build one above the kelp farm. Because I do really think that it's going to be a better idea to leave it out here, and this way I can add a crafter and I can change it from sticks to blocks whenever I want. So, that being said, I have decided that instead of running the bamboo farm this way, I'm going to instead run it this way. And I've decided that I'd like to try to do like 40 plants. So I'm gonna run 20 plants kind of back to back. And so I've laid my pattern blocks down here just so I can get in my head how it's gonna be patterned out and look. So basically, so the cobblestone is gonna be the glass, and the wood is gonna be the dirt. The stone here is gonna be where the observers and pistons are gonna go, and then this wood block is going to be where the redstone line is going to go. And then they're going to be back to back so that I only have to run like one line of redstone down in between. And each observer will trigger the pistons on both sides. And I think that'll be good. And so after I have all of that built up, I think what I want to do is do a minecart delivery system so that I can run a minecart from here all the way into the kelp farm and somehow get the sticks delivered into this chest that feeds into our furnace. So a lot of modification to be done, but I think I'm up for the task. So I'm going to start off by, first thing, I'm going to have to move this hopper timer back just one block so that I can still have this triggering the minecart to pick up the bamboo, and then also run a separate line to get our crafter auto crafting. So I'm going to go ahead and tear all of this out and start putting up the new farm, and then I'll come back to you. So I got the farm all built up and it's looking good. So I got my 20 plants going on each side with the intermittent observers to trigger the pistons when the bamboo grows up to its level. So on this side is just a repeat of the other. And then in the middle here where I have the smooth stone blocks, that's where I have the redstone line just running down the middle. So you can see it in there. And then I've got all of our redstone components hooked up. So once again, I moved the hopper clock back one and did the little redstone line and fed this line into the crafter. And then this line still functions the same to launch our hopper minecart to pick everything up. So far everything's working pretty good and it seems pretty accurate. I went ahead and I chucked all the bamboo that was already... I knew it was going to be a thunderstorm. Sorry. Go sleep. So as I was saying, I went ahead and threw all the bamboo into it that we had collected from my test farm. So I have a decent amount of sticks, from that. So I haven't really seen exactly how productive this is quite yet. So I think we'll just have to monitor that over time because I can always make, the farm longer. The only thing that I do know is like if the observers on the side trigger, it's not going to run like all the way down, but I'm not really worried about that because your redstone signal only goes 15, as you just saw that one. So these sides went, but these last 5 didn't. I'm not really worried about that. I don't think that's going to create any problem. So the next thing that I have to do is to figure out this minecart unloader, because I want to run just a manual minecart with a chest. So I can load up the sticks into it, press a button, and it'll take it over to the kelp farm, unload it, and then the minecart should come back. So, and the reason that I want to do that instead of having it automatically load the minecart is so that when I feel like we have enough kelp to go on, like I can change this and just have it make blocks as opposed to the sticks. So let's go over here, because this is going to be, I don't know, it might go well and it might be a bit of a nightmare. But we're going to try it. Oh, no, no. Let me get up here. So I really tried hard to figure out how an unloader works by myself. I had quite a good idea of what needed to happen, but apparently I'm just not good at, connecting all the redstone components yet. So a big thank you to Tinker77 for his amazing tutorial on unloaders and being able to explain how it works and why it works and what components you need to make a very simple unloader. The only problems that I might have is like redstone connectivity. But I'm gonna try it and we'll just have to play it by ear and see if it works. Or if I need to make some adjustments so that the redstone components don't run together, but I'm hoping that this will work out. So first I want the sticks to unload into this chest, which is now empty, which is great. So first thing we need to put a hopper here. And then this is the part that I'm a little concerned with. But I'm going to try to do a half slab here. And hopefully that'll keep the redstone from connecting to itself there. So then we need comparator here. A block here. And a redstone torch goes on this block. Oops, that just pushed me. Okay, redstone torch there. A block above here. A repeater there. And another block there, and I accidentally clicked that, so let me put this back. And then we'll put our powered rail here. Okay, and that should do it. So now I just need to figure out how I want the cart to come in. I mean, ideally it would be straight ahead, but because of my little fish design on the other side, I really don't want to knock a hole right there. So let's see about bringing it in sideways and running it down this glass. So maybe about here would be good. And on the outside, I'm just going to run it this way. And I'm just going to use these blocks for now. And then we can trade them out for something a little nicer after. Because I just want to make sure that this is all going to work out okay. Okay, so I got all of our rails up and powered. And now all we have to do is to test it. So I'm going to put a button there. I'm going to throw down our minecart. And I'm just going to grab like one stack of sticks just to test this out with. Make sure that it comes back to us. And press the button and here we go. Hope for the best. Okay, came back right away. Which tells me that that is not working right. So let me go try to figure out what the problem is. Well, hooray for me. That was pretty loud. Okay, so one thing I noticed is that I didn't click this back into the beginning position, so that might be the problem. So since I just did that, let's go hit the button again and see if that was the only thing. If that was the only thing, that'll be fantastic. Nope. It's still coming right back. My gut feeling is that this redstone line is just too close to the comparator to allow it to work properly. So I'm gonna lower this stuff down and see if that doesn't fix it. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. So let me move this and see if that makes it work better. Okay, so I dropped all of this down by one. So let's go back and try our minecart. Okay, hit this, and hopefully this works this time. Nope, it is still coming right back. So, okay, so next thing, I'm just gonna try to replace the half slab with the full block. I don't know why that would matter, but we're gonna try it again and see if that makes the difference. Oh, really, horsey? That was fantastic. Okay, good. Okay, so after running a little bit more testing, it seems that my only problem is the speed at which the minecart is coming in, because it seems like if it goes too fast in, then it just bounces as opposed to stopping when the rail power's off. So I removed some of these power rails. So let's see if that's gonna make it better. No, it isn't. So that means that if I just do some more adjusting here and moving. Let's try that again. Oh, I don't think, did I put more sticks in there? So I moved a lot of redstone around just to make sure that it wasn't interfering with the comparator. And honestly, the only real problem that I saw was that the minecart, sometimes it comes in way too fast and it just bounces off the block before the rail powers down. So I think that that was the real problem. So I put a little bump here, and I might still have to play around with that a little bit because it seems like it works kind of half the time. So like sometimes I'll put the sticks in and it'll come right back, and other times it'll actually unload. So let's come back down here. Let's throw some more sticks in here, and we'll hit this button a few times, and we'll see like if sometimes it might just come immediately back, or maybe this time it'll unload. I'm not sure, but we'll run it a couple of times to see. So this time it seems like it's actually unloading. So that's good. Let's see if it actually makes itself back. Okay. So that time it worked. So let's throw another stack in there and see if it can stay consistent, because I don't know, right now I'm having my doubts. Okay, so now it seems to be working pretty consistent. So I'm just gonna, oh, I have so much junk. I'm gonna load it up and we'll send it all at once and then see, but let me clean up my inventory. Alright, so I cleaned up my inventory a little bit, so let's go ahead and just grab all the sticks that are in here, throw them into the cart and see if it comes back, or if it works as expected. Okay, hitting the button. And it came immediately back. So let's hit it again and see if it sticks. And it comes immediately back. So I don't understand why it's so inconsistent. Okay, so this is what, the third time now I'm sending? And it's coming back. So what cycle is the clock on right now? I'm curious. So it's on the ticky cycle. Let's see, I don't understand how, if it's crafting, that could be affecting this system, because it doesn't seem like, to me, it doesn't seem like anything is close enough to be affecting it. But I could be wrong on that. So let's wait for this cycle to end and we'll go back out and send it. Okay, so that ended. So let's go hit the button. And see if it sticks this time. And it didn't, so it didn't make any difference. Ugh. Yeah, I really don't understand why sometimes it works and sometimes it has too much power. That's the only difference. So, now that I put all my rails away. Okay, so I'm gonna try to straighten out to this one. So that it's not going down and then coming up. I don't know if that's gonna matter at all. Maybe I need to make a bigger bump, but I'm afraid that if I make the bump too big, it's not going to have enough power to get over it. Nope, comes right back. Oh my gosh, this is so irritating. Okay, so it's possible that I really do just need to make this bump big enough that it doesn't have enough power to climb back up and it'll roll back down and stay there until it powers, but then it'll have enough power to make it back up over the bump. So I think I just need to kind of go back and forth on that and balance the whole thing out. Ugh. But I think eventually we can get there. So I still got all my stickies, so let's do this, see if that bump will catch it. No, it comes right back again. Now, my logic is flawed here. Because if it's... I don't know if it's a matter of just the rail not unpowering fast enough, then I'll never have this working consistently. I hate to keep doing this, but let's try it. Another thing. Oh, this just seems awfully ridiculous and unnecessary. Because then it's going to be gaining momentum when it goes down there, which will make it just hit it just as fast. So what's the solution? Okay, I think it stuck that time. But let's see if it actually made it or if it just rolled backwards. Okay, well it made it. It's sitting there. I guess I should have taken half the sticks out. Yeah, I mean, it's going. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And this is, you know, ticking away, and so it's not... Yeah, it's nothing down there is affecting our torch at all, so that all is good. So it's just a momentum problem. Alright, let me take these out. Because I want to make sure that it works consistently. And... And it's not going to be able to make it back up there. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I add a bump here, if that'll make any difference. We'll just put one stack in. Okay, that seems like that made it. So let's see if it can get back up and over both of those little lumps. Okay, it's sitting there. Make sure I'm not going to be in the way. Okay, and that time... Let me squish it back. Make sure that I didn't bump it. Yeah, that barely makes it. Let's, Oh, this is gonna be a thing. Okay. Let's push the button. I just want to make sure that I'm not in the way of it. That wasn't me that caused it not to work. Ah. This is so bad. I'm really at a loss as to what to do. I mean, I can keep messing around with this configuration with the bumps and the powered rails. Maybe just moving it to some different positions might help. Not really too sure, but I think I'm just gonna keep playing around for a while and see if I can come up with something that is consistent. Otherwise, this just isn't gonna work at all, so I don't know. So let me work on some other configurations and maybe I can get it more consistent. Okay, so I think I finally got it figured out. I decided to replace this powered rail with a detector rail, and it would appear that a detector rail does not give off quite as much power as a powered rail does. So I was able to take out all of the little lumps, except for this one right here, you know, where it goes down over top of the hopper. And it seems to be working just great and being very consistent. So I'm going to go back down to the minecart. Okay, so we'll throw just a stack of sticks in there for now. Press the button. And it'll go all the way over. We'll see it on the inside. And it's sitting there. And there it goes. Back again at a slower pace, but just fast enough. And when it hits that, it gives it just a little bit more power, enough to get back to the other powered rails and send it all the way back home. So there we have it. So after much trials and tribulations, I was able to figure it out. So this is a good thing. So it's a really good thing to try something new that I have never done before and then have a problem with it, so that I can figure out how to, you know, fix it. And I absolutely, every time I have a problem with something not going the way that I wanted it or planned it to go, certainly always teaches me things, and then I can remember better how to do things in the future. So all in all, I learned a lot today, and I'm really glad that in a way that I came across some problems and was able to fix them. And hopefully it wasn't too terribly painful for those of you watching that actually know how to do this stuff. But anyway, I think that's going to do for today. I think my brain is completely fried, but once again, I'm certainly happy that I was able to get this figured out and that everything seems to be working accordingly now. So that I have not only my bamboo farm, but my stick delivery service, and it's working just fine. So thank you guys for stopping by, and thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.